Hi friends and welcome. Today I'm back with another 10 card kit using the Spellbinders Super Chill card kit, and this is a very cute kit, very bright colors and a lot of fun. I'm also going to use the small and the large die of the month, which I will show you here. I'm just going to kind of quickly go through. Came with a really cute stamp set, dies that are adorable. Definitely used the heck out of those sequins. We've got our card bases, really bright, colorful matte stack here to play with. We've got all the pretty colors that match perfectly, just like they always do. Tons of ephemera, some sticker sheets here, which I'm going to definitely use quite a bit of. And then we've got some of the little journaling tags, which I am going to use, I think, one out of that. Here's the large die and the small die, which I'm also going to use those in the card kit. And just to show you, I did use last month's small die. I just didn't do a video on it. So here's a couple of the cards. I'm just going to show them to you real quick that I did. I said I was going to do them and I never got to it, and I apologize. I did make them, but I didn't do a video or even really put them out there on Instagram. Sorry. I got really busy. So on to card number one. I'm going to use the vellum with all the pretty gold embossed words all over it, and I'm just going to take my card base, and I'm going to be using some of the ephemera pieces that came in it that have the little lemonade jar and the lemon stuff, and I'm also going to stamp out some of the sentiments that came on your stamp set. So this is the When Life Gives You Lemons, Make Lemonade sentiments. Really cute. Um, just gonna place down my vellum. I'm trying to remember what I did here. Oh, I know. I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna put my tape because I didn't want you to be able to see the tape through the actual vellum square there. So I'm just kind of matting out where everything's gonna go, and then I'll know where to put my tape when I flip it over. So just gonna use my and I know they give you the tape roll, but this is so much easier for me. I love my ATG gun. A lot of people have a hard time with it, and every once in a while we're not friends, but today we were friends. It worked out good for me. So I did pop up using some foam adhesive all of my elements there, and I've already put them down for you so you can see what I did. I'm going to use these sequins. I use them on almost every card, so you're going to see them pop out quite a bit. They're very shiny, they go obviously perfectly with this kit because they're gold, and um, all the embossing on everything is gold detailed, so really, really cute. And that's going to finish up card number one. On to card number two. So for card number two, I wanted to make something with some geometric little squares in it. So I cut each one of these. That's the pink card that came in it, and then that's a yellow from the matte stack. And I cut them all just slightly smaller than the one before it. So they're about an eighth of an inch difference on each one. And then I cut out some squares and turned them into triangles, and then just kind of evenly as best I could. I just eyeballed it across the center, kind of top center, because I wanted my sentiment to go at the bottom, and I'm going to use a piece of the gold metal paper. I don't even know really what that's called, but I'm going to use that. I also cut out the Oh Joy, which also came in the stamp set. And let me just give you a little, if you haven't used this yet and you tried to put anything on top of that metal paper and it slides like that, you're going to see the glue. So you got to be real careful when you put that down. Maybe use, cut out your paper. If you've got the double-sided adhesive already attached to your paper, use it that way because the glue leaves quite the mess on that shiny paper. So now I'm just going to glue down my cotton candy and my little party hat there. And I pulled out some little white pom-poms from my stash, and I'm going to put pom-poms on my party hats. So that's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to pop up my little balloon animal, and he's just going to sit right there in the center. And then I'm going to add some more sequins. I'm pretty sure I use sequins on every single one of these because they're just so shiny and pretty. How can you not, right? So I'm just going to use my little pickup tool and put all my sequins on my card, and that's going to call it good. So love the theme of this, and it was really easy. So the one thing I really struggle with is having birthday cards. It's like everybody who needs cards is like, do you have any birthday cards? And I never have any. So see the mess? You see that little mess right there? Very disappointed in the glue mess. Anyway, so this card kit is great for making birthday cards. So anyway, on to number three. So for this card, I'm going to use a stamp set, and I'm going to use the little drink bottle that came in your stamp set. I'm also going to a whole bunch of lemons, which I ended up only using a couple of them, but I stamped out a whole bunch because I didn't know what I needed. And then I'm also going to fussy cut them all out, which I did right here. I want a frame, so that's just white cardstock that I used one of my double stitch frames for to make a frame. And now I'm going to attach that real pretty, um, I don't even know what it's called, it's almost like rays, just pretty rays, and that's going to be my background. And then I'm going to put this, no sun came in it, but I felt like it needed something right there, so I'm going to take one of the starbursts, or just going to attach it to the frame and then trim off the edges. Then I'm going to pop my frame up with some foam adhesive and carefully attach it so that it's actually on the card straight. And then I'm also going to pop up all of my elements that are going to go inside. So I'm going to put some double foam adhesive, not double, but single layer of foam adhesive on the back of each one of these. And my straw, I cut the straw out of the paper that came in the paper pack, um, but it's real, the paper in these paper packs are just paper. It's not actually cardstock, so I didn't want my straw to be all flimsy, so I backed it on a piece of white cardstock and then just trimmed it out again. And that just makes it stronger so that it'll stand up without, I didn't want a flimsy straw, so worked out perfectly. Just going to place that in my bottle. And then I'm going to take my half a lemon wedge and place it right on the top there. Now you don't notice that my straw is not inside the bottle. I also popped up my little lemon wedges, and now I'm going to take the You Are As Sweet As Lemonade, or You're Fresher, oh I'm sorry, You're Fresher Than Lemonade. Sorry. And I'm going to trim that down, and we're going to place that right across the center of our frame, and then just trim off our excess. This makes like a real simple card to make, but it's really cute. I love these framed cards where you just pop up the frame and then put your little scene behind it. And this just screams summer. I think it's really, really cute. So there is that card all done. On to card number 4. So I wanted to use the small and the large die sets that I get with my card kit. And I started out with, the best of intentions here, but actually I hate this card. It did not come out the way I wanted it to, but I'm just going to keep on going. So I cut all of the shapes that came in the small die set. I'm also going to slightly smaller, that's the yellow paper from the mat stack, and I'm going to just glue all these down kind of evenly around the top of my page. And then I wanted to take the sticker sheet, and I wanted that big word that says pretty, and then I wanted to use the vellum and put it right across the center of my page. And I thought, oh, that's be awesome, but this is not a sticker sheet. These do not come off. So I had to rethink my plan. The best I could come up with was to put it on a piece of white cardstock, trim it down, pop it up, take the word amazing, glue that to the front so it says pretty amazing, and then I'm just gonna put a couple sequins on there and call it good, because once I realized I couldn't get that off and it wasn't a sticker, I just kind of lost all of my I lost all my momentum. So I'm just gonna fill in where there should be holes with the sequins, put one at the end of amazing, and that's going to be it for this card. Not super exciting for the small die of the month, but it's okay. However, I did figure out while I was playing with that, since it's not a sticker, I thought, well, what on earth am I going to do with it? I can't take the numbers off or any of these things off of here, so I decided to use it as a background. So I'm going to attach this, since these are not stickers, right to my white card base, and that is going to make my background. So I'm going to glue it down, and I found out from the other one that you can glue right inside of all of your little elements there, and you won't see it. The glue doesn't show up at all. So that's how I glued it down to my card base. Then I'll just set that aside and let it dry, and I'm going to work on the sunglasses. So the sunglasses came in the kit, and I also had some of that holographic paper from a tonic kit, so I used that for the centers of my sunglasses. And I'm just going to use some Scotch tape and attach the centers to the lenses, or the lenses to the frame, sorry. I got that backwards. And now I'm just going to line up all my pieces. This is the little bridge of the glasses. I'm going to use my mat to try to keep it somewhat straight. And the nice thing about art glitter glue is it doesn't dry right away, which is a good thing because otherwise everything I did would be crooked. So you have a couple seconds to maneuver things around and make them straight. And now I'm just going to place the arms on my glasses, excuse me. And I want them to be even behind it. I know I'm being like extra picky, but I didn't want crazy arms behind the glasses. I wanted it to be kind of straight and not all over the place. So that's why I'm taking so much time to put these on and glue down each end. And there it is. So I got my yellow sunglasses with the holographic lenses. And I'm also going to use the camera ephemera piece, and I'm going to see how cute that background. See, now this piece has redeemed itself from the last card. So I popped up my camera, I popped up my glasses. I'm going to attach the "You Are" sentiment to "Gorgeous," and then I'm going to pop that up into the corner there. I used a lot of double-sided, or not double-sided, foam adhesive on this. It is double-sided, but I guess I don't have to say it like that. I'm going to put a couple sequins on here because shiny is always better. At least that's what my daughter says. If it's not shiny enough, she criticizes my cards to saying they don't need more sparkle or they need more shine. So I'm trying to oblige her. And that's it. This finishes off this card. So if you don't know what to do with that because it's not a sticker sheet, you can always use it as a background. On to card number 6. I wanted to use the balloon animal. So I'm going to take some of the blue cardstock and the gold embossed geometric white matte stack, and I'm going to, again, these are just slightly like an eighth off from each other so that each layer peeks through the back. I'm going to attach them down, and then I'm going to put together, I don't think, actually I'm not sure if I put together the balloon animal yet, or if I'm going to put down my, I think I put down, oh yeah, so there's still this strip from that same sheet, so I'm going to put it behind all this as my little strip behind my scene here. I'm just going to speed through this so you can see how I put together my animal in case you want to do this, but I decided he needed to be all different colors because I don't think I've ever seen too many balloon animals where they use all the same color. So this is basically where he's going to go. And then I'm going to place all the candles behind him. So I'm going to glue the candles down. Those two are right behind it, so they're going to be glued directly to the card base, and then the other two candles will be popped up. I'm also going to pop up my little balloon guy too, and the happy. And there I'm popped up my candles. And I'm going to pop up my happy. And then back in, I think it was November, we got this stamp set. Came with a kit, and there's birthday in there. So nowhere in this stamp set that we just got did it say birthday, so I just pulled out the old one. I'm just going to use my VersaFine black ink and make a little birthday strip, and then I'm going to place that over the happy, and there it is, a birthday card. Add a couple of sequins. that's going to do it. There's that card. It's all finished, and I used up that whole page of non-stickers. So on to card number 7, I wanted to use the large die, so this is one of those slider cards. And so I've cut out all my pieces, and the first one I'm going to actually do the whole thing. I did use the chevron pattern to dry emboss that yellow paper, because you can't use the matte stack for this particular, because it's just paper, and you need cardstock. You can't use that thin paper for this, or else it'll just rip when you try to pull on it. So I'm just going to, it comes with the lines that you want to fold over on. So I'm just going to use my bone folder to reinforce those edges. And there's one more that I missed right there at the top, but I'll get it. So you take your tape and you want to run it right along that bottom line, just like I've made these before, and I'm sure most people have made these without the benefit of a die, but boy, this die really makes it a lot easier. So you just add your tape to the very, very bottom, and then you take your pull tag and you line it up right to the bottom of that, right in the center, or at least as best you can. And there's your pull element. So when you pull that up, it creates that slider mechanism. And right here is where I missed one of my score lines, so I'm just going to fix that. There. So now you place tape on either side of your slider mechanism, and then across the bottom, and you just attach it to your card base, and then you can start decorating your slider. So for my slider, this one I'm going to use the little ephemera that came in the kit, and then for the other one I'm going to use the pieces that came in this actual large die of the month. So I am going to make two because I wanted to use both ephemera that came in the kit and the actual pieces to make the wreath. So you can see I've already kind of started cutting out all the wreath stuff up at the top. Got the pieces there, but that's for the next card. I got this really cute ribbon. I got this from Patty over at Patty's Craft Spot. She sent this to me in one of the swaps that we did, and this is so awesome. So if you're listening, Patty, thank you. This is the cutest ribbon ever, and it goes perfectly with this birthday themed card here. And the colors match perfectly as well. So what you want to do when you're putting this together is only attach it to the bottom part of the slider, because once you pull it up, everything on the top is going to be popped up and standing up. So you just kind of glue below that line. Now you can you can put things with double-sided adhesive, I keep saying that. With the foam adhesive, you can pop up anything that you want on the front of this. That's not a big deal at all. You just don't want to attach it to anything but that piece right there. So I am going to pop up my little balloon animal here, and I'm going to place the happy birthday sentiment straight across him. I'll kind of add a little wonky diagonal. And then we want to decorate the inside. So when you pull that up, your little scene pops up, and then you can put your message on the inside, which these are stickers, and they are very sticky. So I just barely touched it, and it pulled it pulled my paper apart. So I have to cover it up with something. So I'm going to cover it up with my little hooray sentiment there from the other sticker sheet. Cover up my boo-boo. And then I stuck the little balloon behind it. That wasn't the plan, but that's where we ended up with. And then I just took one of the yellow hearts from the eyeglasses and attached it to the top part. So when you pull it out, you see the heart, and then the hooray on the inside, and the happy birthday on the outside. A few more of those. And when you pull it, pull straight. I pulled it all sideways and it got stuck. I did it with both of them, pulled them sideways, and I made little creases. I'm not sure if there's a way to keep that from happening. Some kind of guides on the inside, I'm not sure. Just pull straight. Here's some close-ups, and on to card number 8 is another one. This time I used a polka dot embossing folder. This one's going to be pink and white. And I'm not going to go through the whole setup of this one because you've already seen it with the last one. So there it is all together, ready to go. Use that awesome ribbon again. And now I'm going to make the frame. So it came with a ton of pieces for all seasons. So you've got little bunnies in there, you've got stars, you've got all kinds of stuff. You have snowflakes, so you've got plenty of pieces, little die pieces for all things. But I grabbed things that all I thought would go for a party because I'm going to make a party wreath. So I also have the You Make My Heart Smile and one of the butterflies from the kit, and then these are all the pieces right here. I'm not going to make you sit through this because it took me a while to put it all together, but there's the wreath, and now we're going to attach it to the slider mechanism. So I'm going to close the slider mechanism, and then I'm going to line this up where I want it to go, and then only glue at the bottom of the wreath, just like before, below the line, and place that on there. Isn't that just a cute little wreath? I love that thing. And then pull, just making sure my butterfly is not too low and it's not going to get caught. And now we're going to put our little sentiment in the middle, and then I'm also going to put today is going to be great is my sentiment I'm going to put on the inside because the outside says you make me smile. And then I'm going to use the other yellow heart from the insert of the glasses. I'm going to place that at the top, and then a couple of the stars that I had left over on either corner, and that's it. That's going to finish off this card, and I did it again, sideways pull, and that's that one. Came out really cute. I love these little slider cards. I think about a million ways to do it. What I'm going to try to do is figure out how to make a pop-up element behind it, so when you pull it out, something else pops up from the back. That would be cool. That's going to be a while. So for card number 9, I wanted to give this little elephant some love. So he's kind of homely, and I haven't seen anybody use him, and so that made me sad. So I decided that I was going to use him on a card. So I just took one of my patterned papers from the stack and cut it at a diagonal right down the middle, and now I'm just going to place it directly onto my card base with a little bit of a gap in the middle. I've got some of the gold shiny paper and one of the, what do you call those things? I just said it a minute ago and I can't think of it, but anyway, you know what it is. I'm going to place that on top, and then I popped up my little elephant and the sentiment. He's saying all you need is LOL. I'm going to add a couple of sequins to it, and then that is going to be it. And I think he came out cute. It was really kind of a bummer to see that nobody else was using him so far, but I like him. He's a party elephant. So that will complete that card. Journaling tags, so that's what they are. I'm going to use another one. So for card number 10, it wouldn't be a card by me if I didn't do some crazy, um, tons of elements, just gonna go crazy. So I'm going to use another one of the journaling cards. And because it says you deserve the happiness award, I'm going to put all kinds of cheerful and fun and hoorays and bingos and winner and all that good stuff all around it. So we're going to make a huge collage here using a whole bunch of the pieces. So I know that I want my journaling tag to be kind of right there, so I'm kind of leaving it there so I can tuck all my little elements behind it that are going to go behind and make sure that everything fits. I want you to be able to see all the words, even if some of them, pieces of it are a little bit covered, you know that it says bingo and winner and stuff like that. So that's why I'm taking my time, so I want to make sure you can see everything. I'm going to place the journaling tag right in the middle, and then the rest of the elements are all going to get popped up. So I'm going to pop up the winner tag, and this one was a pain in the neck to it's got so many little pieces, but I popped that up too. Popping up the wonderful and the spectacular. And then I'm going to take my sequins and put them where there should be holes on the O's and the D's, and that's going to call it good. So that is my final card. I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. This will be the last thing I put out until maybe like late next week. So I'm start my work week again on Thursday. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you again real soon. I'll leave you with some close ups, and yeah, bye bye.